What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. You're here, the Fantasy Football Card Quest. My name is Andy. I've actually changed it to AC. I think I'm going to start going by AC. It sounds cooler, but let's talk about that later. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Guys, I am shocked that we are already 1 week away from Thanksgiving, less than 1 month, or like a little bit more than 1 month from Christmas. Unbelievable. But that is not why we're here to talk about holidays upcoming. We've got a special guest tonight. This guy, I originally saw him on a live stream with Boris from the Hobby Box, and I don't know what the dude's name is, but the PSA Collector. He's a really big sports card YouTuber in our space, arguably number 1 or 2 next to Jeff from the Sports Card Investor. And I really liked this guy. I could tell right away that he had an entrepreneur mindset and he had a very positive mentality. And I liked his raw, his transparent attitude, and his content is really good. So if you guys were around, maybe you saw me on his channel last week. Well, we've got him in the studio tonight, and we're going to pin him down, and we're going to ask him some really juicy questions. And if you guys have some questions, we can ask him those as well. He's completely open to it. So please help me welcome to the Fantasy Football Card Quest studio, Les Alex.
What's up? I'm ready. Look at that. I'm getting ready. We're ready to answer all the hard-hitting sports card questions. Oh, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. It's a little chilly down here in Tampa, Florida. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty good. I had a bag of habanero mango beef jerky for dinner like half an hour ago.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'm feeling pretty warm.
Yeah. Complaining about Tampa. Get out of here. I live in the Midwest. I live in St. Louis. So I don't want to hear that.
Oh, so this is shorts and T-shirt weather for sure for you. I've got one of my neighbors that I saw. It was 56 this morning, and I was dressed like this, taking my kids for a walk. And my neighbor, he was in a shorts and a T-shirt, and he's an older guy, and I know he's from Rhode Island, so he's always making fun of me. He's like, you're all bundled up today."
Yeah. Gotta get the snow shovel ready down there, right? That's funny. No, so, it was like 45 today. The high of about 50 maybe. So
what do you wear outside? When you like just a hoodie or?
Yeah, I'm mostly hoodie and T-shirts. Like what you see in the videos is what you get. I don't like dress up for the videos. Like it's usually a black T-shirt with a black Nike hoodie, basically.
Let me give a couple shout outs here, Alex. Webinized. Sure. Is Webinized one of your subscribers, Alex?
I don't think so, but they should be. YouTube.com/LesAlex. Go check it out.
Yeah, man. Hello. Welcome, Webinized. JJ Bama in the house.
What's up, Bama? Yeah. They stopped by.
Ziggy Knows, Sports Card Daily. What's going on, man? Next Tuesday, Ziggy's going to be live on my channel.
Right on. How's it going?
Michael Ham was on your stream last week.
Yeah. He was in the chat. How's it going?
Fishing and sports card hobbyist, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I see. He said I'm all bundled up. He just got back from a walk with the dog. It's nice outside. Yeah, it is nice outside. But in case you didn't notice, I'm pretty much bald, so my head gets cold very quickly.
Dude, I finally first haircut since the whole pandemic thing. So yeah, I'm starting to get cold up top. So I know how it feels. You gotta
be careful, man.
Yeah, especially around here. It's probably going to snow tomorrow, knowing our weather.
I actually forgot to mention in my introduction, I was going to say a funny joke because you actually remind me your look. I guess your beard looks like you trimmed it up a little bit, but you got the Ryan Fitzpatrick look going on.
Oh, man. I wish I had that magical beard, that Fitz magical beard. That thing, he needs to start his own like beard balm company. He'd sell the hell out of that thing, man.
Good, man. He doesn't even need a chin strap with that thing.
No, he really doesn't.
We got Malone Money Mindset.
Malone, how's it going?
What's going on?
Yeah, we've worked together before.
Oh, my boy Brad Nolan from Chicago. R.I.P. I told him I fell asleep Monday night's game. I fell asleep in it was like the beginning of the third quarter, and I woke up and Nick Foles was being carted off the field, and I'm like, oh man.
F in chat, boys. F in chat. Yeah.
So, another shout out to Brad. Real quick because I do have some important questions I want to ask you around sports card content.
Sure.
But Brad Nolan sent me a message an hour ago, and he said that Panini Contenders draft picks are live on the Panini website, and they're for sale. They have some for sale, guys. So, that's awesome. 2020 Panini Contenders draft picks, collegiate basketball.
And they're gone.
We got Daryl in the house. Hey.
What's up? Yeah, Steve Elmore too.
David Rust, go for it, brother.
Yeah. Fire away. In
a lot of ways, I'm still a noob, and I've got some noob eBay-related questions for Alex, or I guess I should just start calling you Alex.
Yeah.
Steve Elmore, what's going on, man? Steve Elmore's got some really nice Russell Wilson cards. I don't know if he's selling them yet. He's finally giving in.
So if you picked him up in the off season, that was a nice little profit. Those things went, even his base tops, those cards went from like 15. I think I got 3 of them for him. They're selling for like $45-50 now. So, we over here we're balling on a budget. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My little snipes here and there when I can.
Blasters 29. Okay, so I see Jackson Klein's. His question is, he got a Joe Burrow auto numbered out of 9 from an eBay hot pack. Should I sell it or keep it?
I would sell it. I would.
Out of 9, man, that is rare. What set, Jackson? Curious.
Would you sell it though?
I would honestly hold on to that because I think Joe Burrow, obviously Cincinnati's not going to make the playoffs. They're in that really tough division. Right. And Joe Burrow being a 2020 rookie, that guy is so good. I think he's going to have a really good career.
No, I think he will have a good career, but I think there's just so much that could go wrong. And we could. I mean, I think he's got the personality. I think he's got the persona. He obviously isn't fazed by the bright lights of the NFL. But with all that being said, if you're making a decent profit on it and it was a hot pack, if you're able to triple your money, I don't know. I like getting my money and just reinvesting it, but different strokes for different,
If you could flip that right now for like $500 or $1,000, I don't know. I mean, numbered out of 9. I mean, shoot, that's not a bad idea either. Okay, so David Russ. Sorry, so Jackson Klein was another different question. David Russ, he's the one who want to ask the new question.
Sure.
Are cheap brand cards like NFL Dominus an absolute crap to collect right now? NFL, what do you think, Alex?
I mean, if you're collecting them, that's like whatever you like. If something catches your eye, by all means, get what you like. That's what I say always, all the time on my channel. If you've been a follower of my channel or whatever, get what you like. But if you're trying to invest, right now, those are like the only football products out at this point so far this year. I personally like Donruss though. Like I like the way that they look. And if you can get Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, obviously those guys specifically are big money. And by big, I mean, if you're buying packs, right, you're buying like a blaster and you pull a $60 Joe Burrow, like that's a pretty decent profit for what you paid into the blaster, assuming you got it at retail. But I wouldn't say they're crap. Like I personally like Donruss though. I'm biased. Absolute, I'm not a big fan of, but Donruss I like a lot. Just the way
Donruss, I do too. Like that's my base set. I mean, and it goes back to that rated rookie logo on it. That
and
was
isn't Absolute the one with the kaboom?
yeah.
So yeah, if you pull a kaboom, if you pull a kaboom burrow, that's big money. Like that's triple digit money.
Boom.
So he says, I don't have a lot of money to buy higher end stuff. Yeah, I mean, my big thing is always stay within your budget. Don't spend money you don't have, right? Like don't miss a meal to buy sports cards, or don't miss rent to buy sports cards, basically.
So this leads me to my really important question I want to ask you, Alex, because you do a lot of selling on eBay, right?
eBay, yep. That's
so
old school in that fact.
I finally listed my first card on eBay, and I'll show you which one. It's a basketball card that I've had for quite a while now. I say quite a while, probably about 4 or 5 months. It's a Luka Doncic rookie Panini Prism Emergent.
Yeah.
It's in really good shape. I bought it from this old lady off of Facebook Marketplace for $20 back in May.
Nice.
I just listed it on eBay. I feel like my pictures are good, but I don't like. Is it important to title it right? Like, what's the best way to title?
Yeah, I mean, eBay, like Google, like even YouTube, is a gigantic search engine. So the more keywords you pack into that bad boy, that's gonna be better for you. I would stay away from like PSA 10 and then like have question marks, because that just seems a little bit sketchy. Personally, I don't like. I will stay away from. I will actually stay away from a seller that uses those kind of tactics. Because then it'll be like in the description, it'll be like not actually a PSA 10, but could grade well or whatever. Personally, I don't. That doesn't sit well with me. But yeah, I mean, as many keywords as you can jam into it, go for it. You know, like
would you put the set of the card first or the player name first?
So it'd be like whatever year it is. So yeah, what is it? 2018, I guess. Yeah, 2018, Luka Doncic, Emergent. Then you could put like Mavericks. You could put RC, do RC and rookie cards, because some people are lazy and only type RC. Some people type out the full rookie card, and that way both of those keywords will be picked up whenever they search it. You could also put Mavericks. A lot of people do that. You could also put like mint if you wanted to do that. Obviously you aren't a professional grader, so
yeah,
if it looks good, you could say that, but make sure that in the description you say, what I always like to do when I'm selling raw is in the description, I'll say, see pictures for quality details, for details on actual quality of the card. That way you're kind of covering your butt whenever, if they dispute it, oh, hey dude, there was a nick in the top right. I said, hey man, in the details section, it says, look at the, that's another thing, is take very good pictures. I take no less than 11 pictures of any one card.
Okay.
I take the front, the corners, the back corners. And if there is like a, surface issue, you want to try and get that on, because you don't want to, swindle anybody. At least I don't want to swindle anybody.
No.
Like,
yeah,
and you don't want them, like a return on eBay sucks. It's it's just not fun to do a return. I had a return on a hat that I sold a couple of weeks ago, and it was just not a good experience. The guy was not happy, obviously. I accidentally, he was looking for a 7 3/4 or something, and I accidentally put that it was 7 3/4 when the hat was only a like size 7 fitted. So it's just a hassle. Just make sure you dot all your I's, cross all your T's and everything. That would be my biggest thing. And get it shipped as soon as you can, because people are savages whenever it comes to like, where's my shit? Like, so.
Yeah, so I did it as an auction, a 7-day auction, because that's what eBay recommended. And I didn't know. So what do you prefer? What do you think about auction versus buy it now? And is it a 7-day, 5-day, 3-day?
So if it is a highly coveted card, I think it is actually better to do an auction. If it is a kind of a base card or or a player, even maybe it's a prism of a player that's not as hyped up. Maybe you have I don't know, Karis LeVert is a guy that I'm interested in for the NBA. Now, granted, he might end up getting traded for James Harden here coming a couple days, but if you had like a silver prism of that guy, you might want to just buy it now. What I like to do, and what I've talked with other people that sell on eBay, set the price, not necessarily for what it's going for, like what the market. So say you have a card that's selling like completed listings for like $45, maybe put it for $55 and then have a buy it now and then accepting offers. That way, if you decide, okay, maybe I do want to actually just somebody offers $45, you always have that option. But say if Karis LeVert goes off on a game, right, and his cards overnight just go nuts, you're kind of not missing that wave if somebody just wants to snap off and buy it.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so then I think I'm in good shape.
Yeah.
With this. I just didn't, I feel like there's so many different options when it comes to selling on eBay. There's got to be, based on your experience, an optimal way. So that really helps. That really helps.
Like DeAndre Ayton, his cards are starting to spike up right now because of Chris Paul getting traded to the Suns. So I actually just sold a Blue Velocity Ayton. And I had it priced a little bit higher than what it was selling for. And a guy shot me an offer and I'm like, all right, yeah, this is fine. Cause I'm almost tripling my money on this card at this point. So even though I didn't get what I wanted out of it, I'm not very greedy though. So.
Well, that's good.
Like doubling my money is fine. Even sometimes not even like some cards you're just not even going to double your money, but.
Oh wow! I gotta address this comment here from Luke because, as you know, Drew Brees fractured ribs, punctured lung.
Like, what is he doing? How does he? What is that training staff doing, man?
He's old. He's old.
He changed his diet or something happened.
He did look a little like less muscular and stuff this year. Like he looked like he atrophied a little bit from last year. I don't know, but he's out. And
Jameis is in.
Jameis is in, and I know way too much about Jameis, more than I'd like to. Being a Bucs fan, I had to put up with him for exactly. Lick W's.
You gotta eat them. Oh, he's a character, man.
But what I will say, and he loves to throw the ball deep. He loves to throw the ball down the field. It'll be very interesting to see how much Sean Payton reels him in and is able to control him, and then how much they interchange him and Taysom Hill on the field.
He's going to be like, F it. Michael Thomas down there somewhere. Yeah, Hail Mary.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Michael Thomas is now on paper 100% healthy.
Yeah.
And this is going to be interesting next few weeks. I've actually picked up a few Michael Thomas StarStock A select rookie cards and an optic. I picked up an optic today for StarStock A for $8 and a select for $10 that I feel really good about.
For Michael Thomas, you said?
Yeah, for Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I've got some Michael Thomas. I think I have 2 of his rated rookies optics. Forget what I paid for them, but Jameis is awful.
I mean, my last memory of him from playing for the Bucs last year at the end of the regular season was we made it to overtime. Man, I think we were playing the Giants or somebody, but we were struggling. It was like just struggling for a win. And the very first play of overtime was a pick six. And I think the game started with the pick six.
God. He had 30 touchdowns, though.
Yeah, he was that's the one spot where like his fantasy performance did not correlate over to him being a good football card investment.
Yeah.
Until now.
They are going up though. Yeah, they are starting.
But the Saints have like they're tied with our record, but they have one more win than us, and they beat us twice now in the regular season.
Yeah,
so they've got the tiebreaker there, and they're number one in the NFC South. So they should be going to the playoffs if Jameis doesn't totally train wreck them. I mean, he could just dump it off to Alvin Kamara, but it's like I don't think they're running out of screen.
Like F it. Michael Thomas is somewhere down there and like 60-yard pick six.
So I wanted to ask you this because I know you're big into baseball cards as well. Would you say baseball is probably your favorite horse in the race between basketball, baseball, and football?
I mean, it's definitely my favorite sport. Like I've grown up with. I live in St. Louis. Like everybody's a baseball fan. If you like sports, you're a baseball fan first, right? And you know, I remember many nights, many moons of watching Cardinals baseball in the mid and late 90s with my grandma. So, you know, there's that whole emotional side of it too. But in terms of sports cards, I think that it's the most developed market in terms of, you know, basketball is obviously the hottest because it's global. It's exciting, right? You got the sneaker culture and like the hype beast culture that's starting to buy into it, obviously. And I think we were talking a little bit about this when you were on my show, but the whole fact that the NFL has helmets, that's a huge deterrent to their overall persona off the field. The fact that, you know, guys like James Harden and LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, all these guys are super huge social media following on and off the field and everything. I think that is like has the highest in terms of like percentage wise to go crazy and like total dollar amount. But I think longevity and long term, I think baseball card and collectors, you know exactly what they're looking for. So they're a little bit more grounded. They're not necessarily as willing to take risks on rookies, right? Like we saw Zion was like the talk of the hobby this past summer, you know, right whenever the lockdown happened in America. That's all I heard on a lot of sports card YouTube channels was like Zion, Luka, Zion. And then, you know, Ja and Trey started popping off. But I think it's definitely the most consistent, right? You won't see the crazy high highs, but you definitely won't see the low lows. But because of the old school kind of mentality in the baseball card hobby, people are going to be much more choosy about who they, you know, invest in. So
yeah,
it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just, that is the thing, in my opinion. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of players in baseball. I mean, well, right.
Yeah, you got 12 or 15 players on a team on a basketball team. Whereas, you know, and then in football, you have basically quarterbacks. And then more recently, obviously the skill players are getting a little bit of love in the hobby, but in baseball, almost every card could be like every position. And even pitcher, which historically pitchers haven't been very profitable at all. Even very good pitchers like Jacob deGrom, Justin Verlander, even those guys, their cards weren't very expensive, but this past renaissance that we've seen over the last 8 months has made even good pitchers investable. So,
okay. Because I was going to relate like a pitcher in baseball to a quarterback in football.
No, it's no.
Run hitters.
Chicks dig the long ball, man. That's basically what it comes down to. And if you can hit for power and you can have like the back of the card stats, like batting average, on base percentage, RBIs, home runs is most important, I think. But Yeah, it's. I would say like a power hitting outfielder would be more equivalent to a quarterback. So like a Cody Bellinger or a Juan Soto or Ronald Acuna Jr. or Mike Trout is like obviously the GOAT right now. So Mookie Betts. Mookie, man. I wish I would have got in on him when he was like $160 because his PSA 10s they got up to 500 during the regular season.
So in baseball, do they have RPAs or is it like I've heard they've had bat knob cards?
Yeah, they have like RPAs, but I like and I know I'm a little bit off the beaten path of most content creators and stuff when I like getting the base cards because the way I look at it, you could get a nice out of 5, say Bo Bichette. He's a great young player whose card saw a nice little spike over this last couple of months. And you could get an out of 5 card, but your market in terms of who is actually going to buy that card, because they're significantly more expensive, is going to be much narrower. I would rather cast a wider net. If I have a PSA 10 Bo Bichette, just base, yeah, I'm only going to probably get $70 for it or whatever, versus maybe $150 or $200 for the numbered or the autographed one. But you have many more people that are willing to, be up late night, 1 a.m. Oh yeah, I guess I'll just buy this now because I want it, versus, palms are sweaty. Knees
sweaty. Drop bombs.
Do you have the mom spaghetti on the?
Do it yourself in the music moment. Yeah, I don't want to hear my rap. Thanks, Brad, the comeback card investor in the house.
Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
I saw Brian Kingsley in the house. I saw Luke in the house. I saw Sean Lane in the house talking about, he's got the FSU emblem. No wonder he's talking so highly about Jameis Winston. We'll see what he does. I mean, he looked a lot more serious this last week. He wasn't licking W's off his fingers. See what happens there.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just saw Brad's comment about.
Yeah, I wanted that.
And yeah, so I am a little bit of a hype beast. Favorite sneaker, Air Jordan 1. You can't beat that. For my money, you can't beat that sneaker. I don't use bots though. Everything I get, anything you've seen on my channel, I got all manually. Actually on the app, on the Supreme app. So PayPal checkout. Got to be quick with your fingers though. No bots. No bot boys over here.
Baseball is the Bowman Chrome. First card is a staple for baseball tops update. Chrome's RC fall and next.
Yeah, Bowman Chrome first. I just like tops. That's what I go after. My big thing with like Bowman first Chrome is by the time they're good players or by the time they're all-stars, those cards are so damn expensive already. So you gotta really know who to pick. Like, can you imagine the guy that's like picking up Bowman Chrome first of Mike Trout's back in 2011 or 12 or whenever they came out?
Oh man.
Like, nobody thought he was going to be anything. Even baseball scouts just passed him up. I think he got picked late in the first round. The Cardinals passed on him. Everybody passed on him. So
wow,
you gotta really, really know your stuff. And I feel like I know my stuff to a point, but there's so many prospects, it's hard to get it nailed down. And Mike Trout is a once in a lifetime talent. So Bowman Platinum retail. I like Bowman Platinum. This year's design's a little wonky. I don't know. My buddy actually found some. Retail's so hard to find where I'm around. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
I see when I walk into Target or Walmart, I see Allen and Ginter, which is baseball card collectors know Allen and Ginter is like the bottom of the barrel in terms of Topps products. But I also see like Yu-Gi-Oh and like crappy Pokemon. Now Pokemon is starting to pop off, obviously, but it's not the Champions Path. It's not the evolutions. Like it's the crappy sets that nobody likes. So
that's cool. So I was gonna ask you, and I guess this question is not. So I did some basic baseball research. I was trying to, I had no clue that pitchers were not equal in comparison to quarterbacks in football. I was going to ask you if you had to force between picking a Baker Mayfield RPA, and I was going to say Shane Bieber RPA because it looked like he had the lowest ERA.
Yeah, he's the Biebs.
The Biebs, but he's a pitcher. So I guess you would, in that scenario, you might pick Baker Mayfield, right?
Oh, yeah. I like Baker Mayfield. Call him Faker Mayfield. Call him whatever you want to call him. I've heard it all. I'm a Browns fan. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But no, I would definitely pick the Baker Mayfield RPA.
I didn't watch this game this last week. 10-7. What the hell happened? I mean, it was just like a total.
If Nick Chubb would have scored, it'd have been 17-7, right?
Yeah, I did see a couple nice highlights from Nick Chubb. It was really good to see him back and just like bounce right back.
Oh my God, he was playing so good. Yeah.
And, unlike CMC, he did not re-injure himself. So it's good.
I got some CMC rookies that I'm like, son of a like.
The good thing is he's still young, and if you just hold on to those, there's going to be a ton of hype around him the beginning of next year. Yeah, because he's still going to be arguably number one in fantasy projections, just like Saquon Barkley. Like I've talked to a lot of guys that are like, "Oh no, Saquon's going to come back strong next year. He'll be great." And I'm like, dude, I'm super sketched out on Saquon now.
I agree.
I mean, it looked like he didn't really take that bad of a fall. It's not like the Dak Prescott ankle bone sticking out of his leg,
Compound fracture. Blood everywhere.
But put it back together.
'Tis merely a scratch.
It's merely a flesh wound.
Yeah, that's it.
The nights you say need. Dude, that movie was hilarious. Monty Python.
Dude, I need to watch that. That movie is a classic. Topps flooding the market way too much. Minis, chrome, black. Yeah. I don't know. I think when you're talking about like supply and demand, and I know Sports Card Investor had a video about it, and I actually agreed with him big time. Like when you have as much money as in the hobby right now, I don't think people want to talk about, there's so many Luka PSA 10s. Even if there's 30,000 30,000 PSA 10s, how many buyers are there right now? I would say way more than 20 or 30,000. So I don't like the whole argument of overproduction because I don't think this isn't the 90s. They're not going to do that to themselves again. They know what they will learn from their mistakes.
They've got to have like a threshold in place, like,
And right? I think that serial numbered cards kind of remedies that a lot too. And they didn't have that stuff back in the day. They didn't have that back in the late 80s and early 90s. So,
and the parallels.
Yeah, and the numbered cards, parallels, even inserts are starting to be worth money, which is something from when I was younger. Coming up in the late 90s. In my boyhood, I was nobody liked inserts
So if say I only had $100 and I'm brand new to the sports card market, what advice would you give me? I only have $100 to invest. What would you tell me?
Well, what I would first ask what is the sport you're most knowledgeable of? Or what, not even sport. If you're into Pokemon, then by all means. But like, what of the potential card markets there are, whether it's sports or Pokemon or even Magic the Gathering, what are you most interested in? What do you have the most knowledge about? Because do not invest in something you have no idea about. Like if you absolutely despise football, don't buy into the next hottest, like don't buy Joe Burrow because you don't know anything about football. But
yeah.
So like to answer your question though, say you really, really like baseball, right? I think if you're looking at $100, one of your safest bets is probably gonna be somebody like Ronald Acuna, somebody like Juan Soto, Mookie Betts, even, although his cards are very expensive, almost across the board. Even his heritage, which is like I guess it would kind of be similar to an optic, right? Where it's kind of the rung under. Even those are expensive though. But I would say invest in the guys that have MVP caliber potential. Or you could buy like a raw Mike Trout 2012 heritage. That's considered a rookie, although it was printed after his rookie season. So I would say just Mike Trout, actually, now that I think about it.
It's Mike Trout.
Get you like a numbered Mike Trout, like third year card. Who knows? I don't know.
I was trying to. I have this.
Mike Trout auto.
I bought this other card, this Japanese printed Ken Griffey Jr., where he looks USA versus Japan, 1990 MVP, and it's got all this Japanese writing
sick
on the back of it. I was wondering if you've ever seen anything like this.
That's sick. I have a Star Wars t-shirt that is like of the Japanese poster for the original movie, and that card reminds me of that a lot. That would be sick to like have on a t-shirt.
I think I got a good deal at $350, but I wasn't sure because this is 91. So, and I've got a Ken Griffey 89 Donruss here, the rated rookie, and it's in pretty good shape. But this 1990 USA versus Japan MVP, and back, the Japanese writing says the Wonder Child. That's what that Japanese writing says.
The kid, that was his nickname.
Yeah, the kid. So that's cool, man. So there you go, guys. If you had $100 to invest,
Mike Trout, just
go with Mike Trout.
But like that's a cop out. I feel I would say probably like Ronald Acuna, Fernando Tatis, like MVP caliber young players is what I would probably be my actual answer.
Fernando Tatis, yeah. What do you think about him?
Man, he is electric. He is everything I love in an athlete. He is. And especially in a sport like baseball that doesn't get as much attention because of the unwritten rules of baseball, and you're not supposed to bat flip. Juan Soto, yes, Mark. I said Juan Soto as well. He's everything. He's everything I want to invest in. He has the off the field persona. He's got the swag. He's got the numbers. He can play. He's not quite a 5-tool player, but his defense is getting better. And he's on a good team. If Mike Clevenger, I actually follow him on Twitter. He posted a picture of his arm all, I guess he just had surgery and it was all in a big old like cast and everything. So if Mike Clevenger can come back and be, who he was, I think they're going to have a good chance at, running it back into the playoffs and making a deep playoff run next year. But I like, to answer the question, I like him a lot. I'm starting to really, really hone in on a narrowing like this last year. I kind of went too wide. Who is that? I don't know. That
Roberto Aguayo. He was Sean Lane will know who he is very well because he never missed a single kick at FSU, and he was one of the highest drafted place kickers in history, besides Sebastian Janikowski, who actually had a very successful career.
He was drafted by the Raiders though, and Al Davis was out of his mind and had no idea what he was doing. So
yeah, Al Davis.
Janikowski was good, but.
Yeah, was good, but he had a really rough start to the beginning of his career, and I think that's because he was drafted with such high capital, and so was Roberto Aguayo. So, and then he did terrible. He totally flopped from the Bucks. We ended up cutting him, and he's tried out for another team, got on the team, and then missed more kicks. They cut him, and I don't even think he's in the NFL anymore.
Yikes! No, that's funny. You bring up a kicker, though. I know you're joking around, but I actually think. Pat Mack.
So this is a population 1 PSA 10 Roberto Aguayo rookie contender autograph on-card auto that JJ Bama got me.
It can be yours for $12 and some pocket lint.
He puts it in a fancy cardboard thing that says population 1 autograph Buccaneer rookie card PSA 10, and I'm like, oh, I'm freaking out, man, you got to be kidding me. And I opened it on videos, you can see my whole reaction. Then I pull this out.
you got trolled. No, it's funny you bring that up though. I think Pat McAfee is actually a card, like his rookie cards could probably end up being worth money just because he is he's so funny. He's obviously, his talk show is hilarious and watched by hundreds of thousands of people every week. No, that's funny.
There you go. We could have had Dalvin Cook instead of Aguayo.
That's disgusting to think about.
Yeah, the chef. Yeah, who's having it. I want to get a bold prediction. So guys, stick around because we are going to be doing a giveaway. I don't even remember what's in this giveaway pack.
It could be a boat.
It could be a boat. I see there's a field level Jerry Rice on the front.
No, there's a voucher to Andy's actual boat that he owns. It could be a boat.
Yeah. We're just not telling you how big that boat is, or if it has a motor, or if it comes with any paddles.
Right. No, it's for the bathtub. It's just like a squeaky boat to go next to your little ducky.
It's got a wind up thing. You pull it.
That's funny. No, that's funny.
I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I was just going to remind people that I am doing this giveaway, and I made this little baggie, but of cards that I don't remember what's in here besides this first top card, this field level select Jerry Rice. But I want you, Alex, to pick the question. Then whoever gets it right in the comments will get the prize.
Oh my God, that is you're doing me dirty here.
No, just for the record, guys, I didn't send Alex any
any notes. He's just like, yo, be on my live. And I'm like, all right, you're gonna send those notes 15 minutes before. He's like, nah, man, we're just doing it. It's like, all right. Oh, let me think about it. We'll circle back. I'll think
before we do that, so I want to get a bold prediction from you on who you think is going to win the NFL MVP this year.
I don't know. You know, Aaron Rodgers has been looking good. I think like Russell Wilson's been looking good, and he's never had an MVP vote, which is criminal. Let's go lock it in. Russell Wilson.
All right, you heard it, guys. He locked it in. Now you know that he threw 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions last week.
Doesn't matter. He's gonna throw 5 next week.
He's playing tomorrow night.
There you go.
against the Cardinals.
Oh, lock it in.
Division rival game, big game, huge game. Honestly, I think it's the biggest game of the season. And the reason why I ask you is I've actually got a video coming out tomorrow that I'm working on editing. I was editing before we came on here, but it's my top 3 and the MVP, and it's about my projections, who I think is going to win the MVP. But these next 3 weeks are extremely pivotal.
Yeah.
You know, they're critical. And tomorrow night's game, in my opinion, it might be the biggest game the entire year for MVP implications, playoff seeding implications, you know, and rookie card prices, of course.
Yeah, of course. No, Brian, no. Get that Big Ben propaganda out of here. I don't want to see that. Nothing Steelers related.
Hey, they're the only undefeated team left in the NFL.
Don't care. They're garbage. Hey, Big Ben is no longer the career winningest quarterback at First Energy Stadium. It is now Baker Mayfield. Let's go, Baker Mayfield. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
I will say I love his commercials. You know.
Oh yeah.
Honey, I forgot. Or he forgot.
He's got to like he drops the bags.
Or did you see the new one, the Thanksgiving? He's in the concession stand. He's deep frying the turkey. Nice. And his wife comes up and she's like, "Hey, the guests are here already." He's like, "Already?" And he's like, "Okay." And he goes over and he pulls some pretzels out of the thing. And he's like, "Here, maybe this will hold him over for a little while." The turkey's almost done.
Nah, he's funny, but I just wish he was more consistent.
Yeah.
Faker Mayfield. Yep. Good one. Haven't heard it before.
Hey, thanks, Cooper H.
Yeah.
He might be our youngest subscriber, but I'm guessing that's your son. But or it could be a very young sports card enthusiast investor there. Cooper H, love the Star Stock interview. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to get Alex on a Star. So Alex, have you created your Star Stock account? Have you done anything with Star?
Okay, so we were talking earlier. I've been super busy this week though. So since our conversation, I haven't had much time to. I've been trying to get out 5 videos a week, and like this past week, I haven't really done much. So, yeah, I haven't yet. I'm wanting to. I definitely want to check it out because you kind of described it as day trading, sports cards, which is like that seems to not have to own own and have them physically with me seems like pretty cool. So.
Yeah, man. And if you are investing in and collecting a lot of raw cards, and I was telling my buddy Carter about this today, I mean, they'll pre-grade it for you for free right now.
Yeah. You know? Oh, that's sick. It definitely seems. I'm just very. I don't know. Change is hard sometimes, you know.
You got any love for the Buffalo Bills?
Me personally, I mean, I think Allen's a hell of a football player, but I mean, I'm not a fan of theirs, but I think they're a good team. I think they're probably going to win that division. I actually picked them to win that division in one of my videos before the season started. So, yeah,
I know Boris has been high on Josh Allen too from before the season. He's done really solid, all except for a couple games, kind of like Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I bought 2 or 3 of his optic rated rookies for Josh Allen, and I already sold them. I'm too impatient sometimes, I feel. But like once I start getting into like quadrupling my money, I'm like, all right, be gone. Let's go with something else.
Let's go. That's profit. That's a nice profit too. It's like, I get greedy.
I mean, they were so cheap before the football card high. Like right when the NBA bubble started, that was like the time to buy football cards. Because like after basketball ended, the prices just started getting pretty nuts, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Like for even like optics and stuff, you started seeing even Josh Allen, like a guy who we all kind of see the potential in him, but until this season, it was like, is this guy really going to pan out? But like his optic rated rookies were starting to get up towards like $30. So if you were buying them before the bubble, the NBA bubble, they were like 15, maybe 20, maybe $20. So like selling them for $80 seems a-okay to me. I don't know what they are now. That's one thing I recommend never looking at the price of a card after you sell it. Because you'll be like, oh, I missed out on so much profit. But you can't think like that.
You can think like that. Because the first card I bought when I got back in, football card, after I bought some basketball cards and didn't know what the hell I was doing, I said, I'm focusing strictly on football because it's what I know. I bought a Patrick Mahomes rookie card. It's the first card I bought. Sold it 3 weeks, like over doubled my money and thought that was great.
You're like, I'm a god.
Only for that card, 2 months later to be, yeah. It was just a base Donruss rated rookie.
No one could have expected this, though. I mean, the way that the sports card market, it's never done this before. Like, you can say, yeah, back in the late 80s or whatever, back during Junk Wax era, it was crazy. But I would argue there is a shit ton more money in the day than there was then. So...
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street there.
Oh, love that movie.
So
shout out to Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo, he's a great actor, man. Stephon Diggs, if you got it for $3 and it's a Prism rookie card, you could easily sell that for $20 to $30 right now.
I would buy. Give me my 300% profit.
Yeah. I mean, you could send that to Star Stock, Jake, and you could easily, if you get a Star Stock A and that's a Prism rookie card, I mean, you're looking at selling that for around $20 to $30, dude. And if the Bills make the playoffs, I definitely see that card going up. Stephon Diggs is an elite outside wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's got incredible hands.
Yeah. Yeah, and Michael Ham's comment, I can't get rid of cards I feel confident that are never going down. They're nest eggs. I agree with that. Like, if you've got like a Tom Brady, a LeBron James, a Mike Trout, like, obviously those guys just treat them as if they were Apple stock and they're just never going down. Like, that is something you just, put money in and let it grow.
Yeah, like a Tom Brady rookie card.
I definitely agree with that, though. I don't really have any of those kind of cards, though. Like, I think my most comparable card would be a Bowman PSA 9 Albert Pujols. He's a legend. That card's never going down. I got in on it when it was about $140, and they're probably pushing 300 now. If it was any lesser player, I would be probably selling, but it's Albert Pujols. He's my GOAT. I'm from St. Louis. I watched 10 years of him just murdering baseballs. So never get, I mean, I'll sell it when it's, I don't know.
That's how I feel about the vintage cards. I guess they're safe. I mean, I have a ton of cards from the late 80s, early 90s. But I also have a Pete Rose card from the early 80s. That's nice. I've got an autographed Wade Boggs from in 1987 or 88. And I've got these Ken Griffey's. I've got all kinds of Tom Glavine, Fred McGriff, rookie. I've got all these bases because it was huge baseball. I played a lot of baseball when I was a kid growing up. So I guess I just hold on to them. That's what I was thinking about, actually sending a lot of them in to be graded, but I don't know if they grade maybe an 8 or a 9.
Yeah. I'm looking into, in terms of vintage, I'm looking into Ozzie Smith. That was me and my grandma's favorite player going up. He did the front flip and everything coming out to his position. Not even, I was about to say arguably, but he is the best defensive shortstop ever. You can talk about Omar Vizquel all you want. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that, Indians fans. He's not as good as the Wizard. And then I'm also looking at Bob Gibson. Rest in peace. And Lou Brock as well. So just like Cardinals players that are just vintage cards that, will never go down. So.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you. Watching eyes. What's going on, man? I've not seen you around before, but I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're watching with your eyes. He's got 20 Panini yellow parallel Joe Burrow. Should I hold him or sell?
I think you know what I'm going to say, but
sell. I sell Joe Burrows on Star Stock like they're hotcakes. Like rookie QBs, Tua, Herbert, and Burrow, you can sell them like hotcakes for $20 a pop.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I would sell. I would. There's so many things that could go wrong. Like he's a great player. If his career trajectory goes as everybody anticipates it will, and I believe it could potentially, he will be a Hall of Famer. However, that is 20 years from happening. So who knows what the world's economy is going to be like in 20 years, There's just too much risk for me.
That's true. And you're making profits. Like don't get greedy with it. Take those profits.
So like if you could sell all of those 20 Panini yellow parallel Joe Burrows and turn that into potentially one if you could turn it into 2 Tom Brady PSA 9 or 10s, like which would you rather have? I would rather have Tom the GOAT Brady. Whether you love him or hate him, the guy is the GOAT. It's pretty inarguable at this point.
Yeah, it's just like stock market. If you had a bunch of money in a biotech stock and they got FDA approval and you quadrupled your money and then you had like 10 grand, it's like, why not roll that over into some Google or Amazon stock or Tesla stock, like something that's, a
little bit more stable.
Yeah. Yeah. Pikachu stock.
Oh my God. Charizard stock.
Charizard stock.
First edition shadowless. Let's go. We don't want none of that non-first edition shadow BS. What do you think about Bucks game?
Next weekend, bro. That's the biggest game of the year, in my opinion, for the Bucks. It's going to be huge. So it's on. I think I'm sorry. This weekend we have a primetime slot. I think dang, dude, I forgot. I know we're playing the Chiefs next week, and I think we're maybe playing the Rams this weekend. Somebody in the comments.
Crush them. I hate the Rams. Let me rephrase. I hate their owner.
Do you have any Kurt Warner rookie cards?
No. I wish.
I bought one on ComC back in the summertime for like $15. It looks pretty nice.
Man, he is like his persona doesn't like, when you think of a quarterback, they're like the prototypical quarterback is like this cocky guy, this like too good for everybody, super swaggy guy that doesn't have time for anybody. He apparently there's a reporter for some kind of newspaper in St. Louis, Bernie Michaelis. So Bernie ended up getting held up. This was his MVP season in St. Louis. Bernie had an appointment to interview Kurt Warner. Bernie ends up getting 45 minutes late with something else. And Kurt Warner was in the lobby of the newspaper, waited for him for 45 minutes so that Bernie could get his interview. Just like a stand-up guy. You don't find guys like that. You don't find athletes like that a lot of times. MVP, he's about to win the MVP. Everybody knows it. And he's going to sit there and wait for him 45 minutes after their scheduled time, just like stand-up guy. What can you say about him? Great man.
Yeah, it's one of the great stories, right? I mean, he's bagging groceries.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Drop it. That's crazy, man.
From the bottom, now we hear.
yeah, for sure. For sure with him. I feel like this comment section is on fire, man. I'm having trouble keeping.
Yeah. Sean Lane said, confirm Charizard has a drug problem. Oh, God.
Too much steroids? What drugs is he on?
Love Kurt Warner. Unfortunately, a lot of collectors don't know about him. It's criminal, to be honest.
He's a great commentator too, man.
Yeah. I like hearing him talk football. I wish he would have won a second Super Bowl, because that would have really like cemented him as like in the conversation, at least, you know, to be like, all right, so who's the GOAT of that generation? But didn't play out that way. Andy's nervous.
I'm not as nervous as Russell Wilson might be tomorrow night.
Uh-oh. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like a Russell Wilson fan. I was a St. Louis Rams, like big time St. Louis Rams fan. So I can't stand the Seahawks. But I don't know. The dude deserves, you know.
Yeah, he's another great guy. He's a stand-up guy. I've talked to my buddy Carter Bryan, who actually interviewed him when he came out of college.
Nice.
And I can't wait to get Carter back on the channel one day. I'll definitely have to introduce you guys, but he's an interesting character. But he's interviewed him, and he said he was a really stand-up guy, like nice guy.
I think one thing that, and maybe this has a little bit to do with why Russell Wilson's card prices have only recently, you know, everything's been going up recently. But I think it's partially because of like how the media and just pop culture kind of perceives him. He's just kind of a weird dude, you know? He posted that weird video where he was like kind of singing, and it was just like super awkward. Like he's a great dude, but he's just like kind of strange. I don't know. I think like how much like social media awareness players has a lot to do with.
So wait, First Watching Eyes told us he had 20 of these Joe Burrows that he said he bought for 20 cents a piece. I don't know if you caught that, Alex, but he said he bought the Joe Burrows for 20 cents a piece.
I didn't see that. That's
it's up here. It's up here. Yeah, there you go. They cost me only 20 cents a piece. I think he said, meant to say piece. And then he said he pulled a 1/1 Donald Trump Topps Chrome. Hey, what's going on, Al? Time Nighthawks V cards, stud athletes everywhere on field. Oh, tomorrow night. Yeah, I know, man. Elite. I got a video coming out tomorrow afternoon that I'm really excited to share with you guys. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to have finished this season great. I mean, easily you could say the Kansas City's going to roll through again. They're playing my Bucks next week. We'll see what happens. I have no clue what's going to happen. I think Antonio Brown might be back in jail. I don't know what's going on.
What in the world? I saw that pop up on my app on my phone, like boom, boom, bum, 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 bum. I'm like, what the? Why? Like, after everything he went through to get back to the NFL,
he's a changed man.
I would lock myself in a room, and if I was like that, like out of it, and just was that susceptible to doing the wrong thing, making the wrong decision in life, I would lock myself in a room and just be like, look, I'm getting paid again. I finally got a job again. Like, I'm not doing anything. I know it was right before he got signed, but come on, man.
Yeah. He basically changed his address, his phone number. No, but
I need to get him out of the NFL. I do believe in redemption stories. I think they're awesome. I think they're a beautiful thing. They're really exciting to watch as a fan and as a storyline. But come on, it's enough. Enough's enough. Like,
yeah,
dude's a clown. He was talking about his helmet and stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be okay if he goes. I think it was too many options for Tom Brady, anyways.
Yeah,
healthy, with Mike Evans healthy, with Gronk healthy, Cameron Brate. We could throw Scotty Miller in there. That could be our AB. I'm totally fine with that. You know, we leaned more heavily on the run game this last week, And I know Antonio Brown had like 6 for 80 yards, but I think Scotty Miller could have easily filled that role. And
yeah, it was weird. That seemed like something that maybe Tom Brady had. Was like, bro, I want him. Like, just go sign him. Do what I say. He's like becoming the LeBron James of NFL in terms of like he's the GM now.
But to answer the Jackson's question about Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I love the guy. He's a great all-purpose back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's learning a lot right now from Le'Veon Bell, who is another great all-purpose back from Alex's favorite team.
Man, so many Steeler like delinquents, but nah, Le'Veon Bell's great. I like that pickup by the Chiefs. I thought that was a good pickup by them.
Yeah. Great.
And Adam Gase's psycho self can't get along with your best player. Like, come on, man.
Adam Gase, dude. I can't believe he's still around.
Like, he's a psycho, man. Have you seen his interviews where he's like, like what?
No, audience retention on those is terrible. Sell DK? Yeah, dude. Sell him tomorrow night right before the game.
I would. His cards are so expensive. I actually did a video recently, 5 football cards going up in value. It's ridiculous what his PSA Silver Prism has been doing. His Silver Prism is getting like quarterback value, which is ridiculous. To be fair and to be clear, I think he is an excellent player and like just a physical specimen that doesn't come around often. He's like, to me, like Rob Gronkowski level of like just beast, like a hulking man. So yeah. I think he's a great player, but I would be selling. I would be sell on him right now because his cards are at an unprecedented high.
and hype around this game going into tomorrow night is incredibly high. There's so many implications between the playoff race, between them in the division, and the MVP race.
So Gaming God LJ said, how about Kevin Porter? That's not great. Kevin Porter Jr. was a guy I was picking up. I picked up maybe 2 or 3 of his cards, his rookie cards. He's one of the Cavs mini young good guards, the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he, I don't know what it was, a domestic something, or maybe, I don't know what it was, but I saw that again. Dun, 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 they popped up on my phone. I'm like, all right, well, there that card value goes. He got in some little bit of legal trouble.
Does he have a YouTube channel?
I don't know. Maybe he recorded it.
Well, what made me think about that is I noticed that popped up on my recommended feed today. Chase Claypool's got a YouTube channel. Just started it like a month ago.
Yeah.
And he got 135,000 subscribers.
I believe it. I mean, dude's got clout.
Yeah, he had the nuclear game, right? He went nuclear that game that Deontay Johnson went out the first quarter, went off. I find it very interesting that his YouTube channel grows so quickly, but I get it. You know, he's doing like day in the life.
He's got 3 million followers on Twitter. Like, if you had 3 million followers on Twitter, you'd probably have like 500,000 subscribers.
But I think that's something that all these athletes, if they were smart, they should do.
God.
You know?
Trevor Bauer, if you guys know who Trevor Bauer is, he started his own media company, and he has his own YouTube channel that he posts 2 or 3 times a week. And yeah, I agree. They need to be leveraging it because there is a time in their life when they're not going to be so good at the whole sport ball, and having on social media can definitely make some money.
And they should be doing at least, you know, an episode here and there on their YouTube channel talking about their rookie cards.
Yeah.
Cards, man. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be, dude. So I have there's so many of like content creators, like YouTube channels that I follow that aren't sports. They're not even sports related, but they're starting to get into sports cards. So it's I see people in Facebook groups like, oh, the hobby's dying. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's bigger than it's ever been, in my opinion. Russell Wilson elevates his receivers big time. AJ Brown, Hollywood. I agree with that.
Yeah, you guys should check it out. I mean, he's obviously got somebody running his YouTube channel for him, because it's really well done.
He's got an editor, right? He can afford the $200 an episode to edit up and chop up his videos.
Yeah. And when your second episode is, I bought each of my parents a brand new car, you know.
Oh, that's it.
And then your third episode is day in the life of an NFL superstar now at this point, because he's blown out.
Up. So that was something that Trevor Bauer did all season. He would put out 2 videos a week called Inside the COVID Season, because that's what it was. And it was really interesting to see how these major leaguers were dealing with the whole pandemic and everything. And he would take you through his workout, and he would it was cool. If you've got content that people want to see, basically every athlete has, and you have a captive audience, I definitely would go for it. But
do you know who's MMG? Addicted to? I
don't know.
MMG is becoming addicted.
Yeah. Phil Hughes Phil Hughes is a former Yankees pitcher, but he actually does sports card stuff. He does breaks on his channel. So yeah, I'm subscribed to him. His channel's super funny too. He's got little animations, and he'll cut away to little funny things from pop culture and stuff. It's really good.
Oh, dude, I love this guy, DeAndre Swift. Dude, this guy might help me win my fantasy football league. The 2 of my leagues, I picked up DeAndre Swift thanks to the player profiler's advice. And I got him in the 5th and 6th round, and dude is just crushing it now in Detroit, week in, week out for the last month. And he's making a really good, strong run for Rookie of the Year, in my opinion.
Hell yeah! So I have my question for who wins your boat.
Okay, yeah, you got your question. All right, let's do it.
So are we doing it? Whoever responds first.
Yeah, accurately and first. So hope you guys are ready. Got your thumbs warmed up, or your fingers on the keyboard, whatever smart device you're on right now.
Yeah, you better have that Google machine ready.
Google machine ready.
All right, so earlier we were talking about vintage cards. All right, and Andy may or may not have brought up the name Pete Rose, who I do believe should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's a discussion for another day. So the question is, to win the package that may or may not contain Andy's boat, is what specific date and year did Pete Rose become the all-time hit king, and whose record did he break? That's it. What date and whose record did he break? What year? So that's it. Get him in there. Get him in there. Yo, rip Alex Trebek, man. We lost another one in 2020. He opened a box without sleeves. Oh, hold on. We got one. We got it. Yep. Sean Lane. Sean Lane is
got it.
That is correct. It was on September 11th, 1985, and he broke Ty Cobb's record, which was 4,192 hits, making him first place ever in the history of the game.
Wow.
And he's still not in the Hall of Fame. because he bet on his own team when he was a manager.
That's some more bullshit, man.
It is definitely some bullshit.
Well, let me show you guys what you won, Sean.
Drum roll, please. All right.
Hit me up. Send me an email, ffcardlink@gmail.com with your specs, your address. Man, this camera is not really. Where's a good focal point? Like right there?
Yeah, probably like by your face. Yep.
By my face. This is a Jerry Rice Field Level Select.
Nice.
Not a rookie card.
The GOAT of wide receivers.
I threw in there a Levante David rookie card, Topps Chrome.
Okay. Love the 00.
00 jersey.
Love it.
All right. I threw in there a Tre'Davious White Select rookie card.
Clean looking card. I like selects.
Yeah, Tre'Davious White, solid corner there. Look at this. Here's one of your boys. Jarvis Landry rookie card.
Oh, juice, baby, juice.
It's a mini.
Yeah, no, I like those minis. Those minis are profitable.
Yeah, so I don't know. This one's in really good shape though. It's got like a gold border, and it says rookie card on it. I'm trying to see. I guess this is a Topps Chrome, like a retro Topps Chrome mini rookie card.
No, it looks clean.
And then I threw a Frank Gore, Mr. Football. Rookie card.
Is he the most disrespected running back?
Yeah.
He doesn't get any love. Because not the Giants, the Niners were just not good when he was there. And by the time he like left, he's kind of a bit old, but he's still doing it, man. He's a beast. Yeah,
this is his rookie card too, guys. This is just a Topps his rookie year.
That might be
5.
What brand is it? What is it? Topps. That card might be worth like serious money in the future if it's like a PSA 10 level. I don't know if it is, but
the centering is not perfect, but the corners look
PSA doesn't care about that.
This card is if you guys have been following me one night, I was looking for Malcolm Brown and I accidentally bought this. It was late at night. And I bought this looking for Malcolm Brown, the running back. The Rams.
Hey, he's got a couple Super Bowl rings though, so
yeah, and this is Malcolm Brown on the Patriots defensive tackle. So his rookie card, and then one more, the Lizard King.
Sammy Watkins.
Oh, Sammy Watkins score rookie card. I like this one. It's really hard to see with my camera, but
that's a cool photo.
It's a really cool photo, and he does kind of look like a lizard. Like he does kind of have that reptilian look to him.
Cold-blooded.
And that was his claim to fame. Like he swears that he's part of the reptilian elitist.
Oh, like the Underlord, like they live under the crust of the earth and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird, but yeah, no, that's cool, I guess. What a weird dude. I did not know that. He might be. That's like Illuminati and all that.
Yeah, man. They've got big bases in Antarctica that's where his aunt and uncle live. When he goes on vacation, he's going to Antarctica.
That would be literally the last place on earth I ever want to go. I go on vacation to leave I hate the cold, and I live in the Midwest, so it's no bueno. It's no bueno.
No bueno, guys. Yeah, you gotta come to Florida sometime, Alex.
Yeah, man. We actually, obviously this year's a little bit different, but almost every year, me and my significant other have been together. She goes down to a music festival in Gainesville, and we've been going for the last 3 years or so. But obviously this year we're not going. But yeah, no, if we do, we'll have to make a pass through Tampa. And so many of you guys are in Tampa. You, Boris, Brad,
Brad's in LA, but yeah.
LA.
His mom and dad live here in Tampa.
So he's coast to coast.
He's coast to coast. And we met in 6th grade. Summer camp between 5th and 6th grade, we started playing ping pong and stuff. And we became friends. Started playing Pokemon cards, collecting sports cards back then when we were kids.
Hell yeah.
And
yeah. No, if we come down though, we'll definitely that, and the national may or may not happen this year. Apparently it's going to be in Chicago. If it's in Chicago, I'm about a 3-hour drive away from Chicago, so I will certainly be there. And I expect a lot of sports card, quote unquote, sports card YouTubers to be there. So we'll definitely have to do like some crazy gigantic vlog of, all of us kicking.
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. Viral.
And then we'll have sports cards after dark.
There you go. Yeah, dude.
Might get a little, a
little tipsy,
a little crazy, a little wild, but
getting late. Came from the Yep, Luke, guys, everybody. My next video will be dropping tomorrow afternoon at some point.
Absolutely.
You hold me to it, and it'll be there. Alex, tell people about your next video. When is it dropping? Little preview. What's it about?
Yeah. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, my channel name is Less Alex. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, TikTok a little bit. Nothing crazy on TikTok. But my next video is going to be actually it's a collaboration video with Red Cape Sports. We did top 3 forwards in the NBA to invest in while it's the off season. Prices are starting to rise, but they're still relatively low. So that'll be the next video. That'll be, I believe, tomorrow at 3:15 Central Standard Time because of Midwest, and I hate it here. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then we had guards. We did guards a couple of days ago, and then we'll be doing big men and centers, I believe on Saturday. So yeah. And then I have over 300 videos on the entire channel about sports cards. Most of it, I will say, is baseball related, but there are soccer, there's a little bit of Pokemon, there is basketball and football. So basically the whole gambit. I'm not a professional or an expert, but I just show you and share my thoughts. So would love for you guys to head on over there after this is over and hit that subscribe button. But other than that, man, I appreciate you having me on and, doing this thing.
Great show, guys. Thank you, everybody. Hope you guys all have a good night. Peace.
Adios.